All right, let's talk about the future of your career. We're diving into the latest Future of Jobs report from the World Economic Forum, and we're going to treat it like a compass, a guide to navigate the massive changes coming to the world of work by 2030. So let's jump right in.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Take a second and really think about it. Because, this isn't some far-off hypothetical question anymore. The ground is literally shifting under our feet, career-wise. My goal here is to give you a clear map of what's coming, so you can actually prepare for it.
So just how big is this shift we're talking about? Well, get ready for this number. The report estimates that a staggering 39% of a worker's core skills are going to be disrupted by 2030. Think about that. That's almost 2/5 of what you do every day, either becoming obsolete or needing a serious upgrade. This one number really sets the stakes and shows why we need to be paying attention right now. Okay, so what in the world is causing this massive skills disruption? Well, the report has a name for it, the Great Job Reshuffle. And it's not just one thing, it's more like a perfect storm of huge transformative forces all hitting at the same time. And this is creating both massive challenges and, believe it or not, some incredible new opportunities.
The good news is this isn't just random chaos. The report boils it all down to 3 key drivers. First up, the obvious one, technology. Second, what they call the green transition, our big global push for sustainability. And third, all the major economic and, frankly, geopolitical shifts happening all over the world. Let's break those down just a little bit. So here's what that looks like on the ground. You've got the absolute explosion of generative AI, which is changing how we create and think. Then there's this urgent race to deal with climate change, which is literally building brand new industries from the ground up. And then you layer on top of all that things like slower economic growth, global tensions, and even huge demographic changes. And yeah, you've got a perfect storm that is completely rewriting the definition of a job.
But you know what they say? With great change comes great opportunity. So let's flip the script and look at how these forces are actually building a completely new job landscape. This is where that compass comes in handy, showing us exactly which jobs are popping up and which ones are starting to fade away.
And here is a headline number that might actually surprise you. With all the doom and gloom about AI and automation taking jobs, the report projects a net growth of 78 million jobs globally by 2030. Yeah, you heard that right. More jobs will be created than will be lost. But, and this is the crucial part, they are not going to be the same jobs we have today.
Now, check out the pattern here. It is so clear. The jobs growing the fastest are pretty much all powered by those big forces we just talked about. You've got your AI and big data folks, driven by technology. You've got renewable energy engineers, driven by the green transition. Information security analysts, well, that's driven by both tech and all that geopolitical stuff. This isn't a guess. You're looking at a direct reflection of where the money and the focus are going.
And then you look at the other side of the coin, the fastest declining jobs, and the pattern is just as obvious. Roles that are routine, repetitive, or easily automated. Think data entry clerks, bank tellers. They're the ones facing the biggest drop. Technology, and let's be real, AI specifically, is the main driver here, just digitizing tasks that a person used to do by hand.
But wait, here's a really important piece of the puzzle from the report. While those tech jobs are growing the fastest percentage-wise, they aren't actually creating the most new jobs overall. That title goes to the core roles of our economies. We're talking about things like agriculture, which is expected to add a massive 35 million jobs, and roles in education and logistics. This just goes to show you the future isn't only about coding. It's also about strengthening the absolute foundations of our society.
So it makes sense, right? If the jobs themselves are changing this much, then the skills you need for them have to change too. And this brings us to what might be the most practical, actionable part of this whole thing. What skills do you actually need to have in your toolkit to succeed in 2030? Looking at the big picture, the #1 priority for employers is cognitive skills. Basically how we think, analyze problems, and come up with creative solutions. Of course, tech skills are right up there. But what I find fascinating is this growing focus on self-efficacy. Things like resilience, flexibility, curiosity. It shows that the future of work is just as much about our human abilities as it is about our technical ones.
And if we drill down even further, the 3 fastest growing skills that companies are desperate for are crystal clear. #1, no surprise, is AI and big data. And this doesn't mean you have to be a coder, but you do need to understand how to use these tools. #2 is creative thinking, the ability to connect dots and come up with new ideas. And number 3 is technological literacy, just being comfortable with digital tools. These are the new table stakes. And this really shows you the big trade-off that's happening. We're moving away from routine and physical skills like manual dexterity or even basic math and writing that technology can help us with, and we're moving toward dynamic human skills. Things like analytical thinking, leadership, and being resilient. These are becoming the premium currencies in the job market because, for now at least, they are uniquely human.
Okay, so we know what's happening. How are companies actually planning to deal with all this? This last part is all about the concrete strategies that are going to shape our workplaces and, more importantly, what they mean for you. So, one of the biggest strategic shifts happening right now is this move to a skills-first approach. More and more, companies are saying, look, show me what you can do, not just what degree you have. They're focusing on skills you can actually prove you have, which is a total game changer for people from non-traditional backgrounds. Your portfolio and your abilities, that's your new resume.
So what's the actual game plan for most businesses? Well, check this out. First and foremost, a whopping 85% plan to upskill their current employees. That is priority number 1. Then they'll look at speeding up automation. And only after that, as a third priority, will they go out and hire new people. The takeaway here is huge. Companies would much rather invest in the people they already have.
And that brings us right to the key takeaway for pretty much anyone with a job right now. Your company's number 1 strategy is a perfect match for your own career growth. The biggest opportunity you have might not be jumping ship. It might be right where you are, by leaning into training programs, taking on new projects, and getting ready to move into a new role inside your own organization. Lifelong learning isn't just a cheesy buzzword anymore, it's the core business strategy for the next decade. So look, the forces that are shaping our world, tech, sustainability, economics, they're incredibly powerful, but they aren't destiny. The future is being written as we speak by the choices that businesses, governments, and people just like you are making every single day. So the real question is, now that you have this compass, what's your next chapter going to be?